Hello learner, and welcome to this video tutorial. My name is Anthony Waroi and I'm presenting to you grade 7 pre-technical studies, the CBC curriculum, the rationalized one. And this is the first lesson, and please remember to like, share and subscribe and follow along. My aim for this video is to make sure that you understand these concepts, because these concepts are very examinable. You'll expect them in your opener, midterm or end term exams, even in your national exams, which will be called KJSEA. Now, I'm going to cover a bit, I'm going to cover a lot in this video series, because I'm going to make different lessons. I'm going to make lessons, about 10 or more lessons on pre-technical studies. So please follow along. So just a summary of the strands on substrands that you're expected to learn in the rationalized curriculum for pre-technical studies is pre-technical studies will comprise of 5 strands and about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 substrands. The first strand will be foundations of pre-technical studies, where you learn the introduction to pre-technical studies. You learn the safety in the work environment. You learn computer concepts. Next, you learn communication. So you learn 3 substrands. You learn the fundamentals of communication. You'll understand what is communication and some tools needed in communication. You learn the introduction to drawing. You learn about lines, what is drawing, different types of drawing. You will learn plane geometry, that is making different angles, and materials for production. That strand under that strand you learn 3 substrands, that is economic resources. You'll understand what are economic resources. You learn what are metallic materials. You learn what are non-metallic materials. As you know, metallic materials are materials with metallic properties. That one you already know. Non-metallic materials are materials with no or without metallic properties. Again, you also learn the tools for production. You'll understand what are measuring and marking tools. You'll also understand how to use those marking tools and measuring tools to measure different physical quantities, etc. You learn the production of goods and services. Sorry. You'll understand what is a good, what is a service. And the last strand will be entrepreneurship, where you learn the introduction to entrepreneurship. You learn about money. You also learn about financial goals. Now, let us go straight to it. The objectives of this lesson, or what I want you to get from this lesson, is first, I need you to understand what is pre-technical studies. I need you to understand it by definition. Again, I need you to understand the components of pre-technical studies. Okay? And at the end of this lesson, you'll be able to understand and discuss and explain the role of pre-technical studies, in day-to-day life. So what is pre-technical studies? Pre-technical studies involves the acquisition of knowledge and practical skills in technical areas, business, and computer science. So what this means is, when you learn pre-technical studies, you'll get the knowledge, the basic understanding in different learning areas. Okay, you also get some practical skills. So the knowledge and practical skills are the ones that will help you now build a career in them. Now, for example, in technical areas, when you understand or when you get you grasp that knowledge and practical skill in technical areas, you'd be able to do something like engineering. You'd be able to be a civil engineer, with the understanding that you get from pre-technical studies. When you learn business, which is under pre-technical studies, you can do something like financial management, where you manage money. Finances are money, is money. Or you can do accounting, where you put a record of accounts of money. or you understand how businesses work and the management of businesses. Computer science, you'll be able to use digital devices when you learn pre-technical studies. So collectively, pre-technical studies will now involve the acquisition of that knowledge and practical skills and experience that you need to perform technical work, to do business, and to use digital devices. So these careers that you might get with the pre-technical studies, so you will learn, or the knowledge that you'll acquire, the fields you'll acquire knowledge and practical skills in with pre-technical studies include engineering. Okay, you can be a civil engineer, an electric engineer, a mechanical engineer, you can do financial management, the aspect of business in this. You can do software programming, where you make different apps and softwares. Now, what are the components of pre-technical studies? Pre-technical studies is a broad learning area, of course, because as I've told you, it's a pre-technical, as in it's a technical field. So some of the components or some of the learning areas in pre-technical studies include pre-technical studies itself, business studies, and computer studies. Pre-technical studies involve the acquisition of skills and practical experience in technical areas. For example, when you get skills in electrical engineering, then that is what? Those are technical studies, okay? When you get skills and experience in plumbing, that's technical studies. So pre-technical studies involves, some of the components of pre-technical studies include the technical studies or the pre-technical studies. Another one is business studies. Here, this business studies involves acquisition of knowledge in the development, running, and management of a business with the aim of making a profit. So when you study business, of course, you'll understand how a business is developed. You'll understand how a business can be run. You'll understand the management of a business, or what is required to manage a business. And all this in mind, your aim is making a profit. Of course, when you're doing a business, your aim should be profit. Then another component of pre-technical studies is computer studies. Okay, remember these subjects, these learning areas, they were independent, but now with the new rationalization, pre-technical studies will involve now these three: pre-technical studies itself, business studies, and computer studies. Which are the components? Okay, so computer studies or computer science involves acquisition of knowledge and skills in the use of digital devices, that is computers. Okay, although as you might have learned before, digital devices are different. Digital devices include something like an analog computer, a digital computer, big computers like mainframe computers, supercomputers, etc. So when you learn, you get that knowledge and skills in the use of digital devices, and use those skills or those digital devices to develop and solve problems. You'll be accomplishing the target of pre-technical studies. Okay, an example of using a computer is or using digital devices is using computers to develop software applications. For example, WhatsApp, Facebook, those big apps, TikTok, or even this the one that you're using now, YouTube. They are all developed. Okay, and those skills collectively are called computer skills, which are under computer studies. Now, so the components of pre-technical studies involve pre-technical studies itself, business studies, and computer studies. Okay, now what are the roles of pre-technical studies in day-to-day life? One, it promotes career development. Of course, when you understand the use of computer devices, that means you have a career. There's a career in that. You can get a career in that, or you can pursue a career in that. Okay, so it promotes career development. It promotes self-learning, which can help the learner start and manage a business. When you learn the tactics needed to operate a business or to run a business, that is with that creativity and that self-learning, it can help you start and manage a business. Okay, that is the role, that is the main aim that pre-technical studies is trying to do. It promotes safety awareness. Pre-technical studies, or in general, first of all, they say the first rule of performing a task is safety. With pre-technical studies, you'll understand what is safety awareness, what are some safety procedures, among others. So, what are some safety threats, okay? So, pre-technical studies will first aim and promote safety when performing a task in day-to-day life, okay? Another thing is pre-technical studies equips learners with skills needed to operate digital devices. Of course, when you learn some computer and you learn some computer knowledge, the use of computers, you'll be able to operate those digital devices, the computers, to perform a task, okay? So there are four main roles of pre-technical studies. One is that it promotes career development. Two is that it promotes self-learning, which can help a learner start and manage a business. Three, it promotes safety awareness when performing a task in day-to-day life. Four, it equips a learner with skills needed to operate digital devices. Are you there? Now, what are some of the careers in pre-technical studies? We have so many careers in computer, in business, in pre-technical. And some of them include electric and electrical engineering, okay, where you do like wiring of a house, or repairs, or not repairs, even making a television, a subwoofer, a radio, bulbs. That is electrical engineering. Software engineering, where now you make apps, or you make web applications. Web application is something like a website like for your school, or a website like google.com. So that is software engineering. Plumbing is where you join pipes. For example, you're joining pipes for water, or paraffin, or petroleum, plumbing. Accounting, this is where you keep accounts and records for people. For example, in banks, they keep your records. That is accounting. Financial management now is where you manage finances. For example, the person who is liable for paying people is a financial manager, because now he is the one who calculates the mathematics and gives out the final maybe salaries. Aviation, maybe pilots. There are people who fly aeroplanes. So in aviation, again, with pre-technical studies, you'll understand, it will guide you, it will lead to development of a career in aviation. Mechanic, you can also be a mechanic. You can make cars, you can repair cars, you can repair generators, big machines, etc. So what are some of the common questions in this topic? Some of the common questions you might find in this topic include a question like, Mr. Munga asked grade 7 learners at a trade fair, what is pre-technical studies? What answers were they likely to give? Okay, so I might need you to pause and write these questions. They are very important, and I need you to answer, and then you can take it to your teacher to mark for you, or you can also ask me. You can send the answers to me via my WhatsApp or anything, and I'll give you a link in the description for the answers to compare. Another question is something like, Musembi wants to understand the role of pre-technical studies in day-to-day life. Explain 4 roles of pre-technical studies. We have covered that. Okay, we have said 1, it promotes career development. 2, it allows a learner to learn and operate a computer and use those computers to solve problems or to develop apps. There are 4 main roles in pre-technical studies. So kindly, you can rewind the video and check them out. What are some of the components of pre-technical studies? Again, we have covered. We have said there are 3 main components of pre-technical studies. That is pre-technical studies itself, computer science, and business studies. So we've come to the end of the first lesson. I hope I've explained these notes well. They are very good notes. You can use them in your exams. And if you have a question, you can ask. Again, if you want these notes, if you want me to send you these notes, you can just WhatsApp me. My number is in the description. You'll find that number there. I'll send you the notes to help you, learner. So thank you for staying up to the end. Again, I'm inviting you for the next lesson, lesson 2, which will cover the second substrand, that is safety in the work environment. And yeah, may God bless you. Please remember to subscribe to get this and many more videos. Goodbye.